Well, I guess you can see that we have a building here, a 20 by 10, I believe it is, the dimension. The original intent with this trailer, or this building I should say, was to put it up over at the old Minuteman's house, but unfortunately, him living on the hillside like he does, and the cost and what it was going to take to prepare a spot for this to be set was more than he really wanted to deal with. And he found it within his heart, and I appreciate him. Thank you, Minuteman. And he's not here at this present moment, and I don't know if he'll be here today. But his intent, again, was to put it at his house, but he had it found in his heart to haul it over here. One late, around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. As you can see, we're not DOT approved here, so we had to do it at night time when the traffic was really low or none at all. We actually ran into 2 cars. I'm sorry I don't got no footage of that, as we transported that from his house over to my house. Is where we're currently at right now. But I will say this, that it was an adventure, and thank God we didn't have any issue getting it over here. It went off without a hitch, and that's always a good thing. But anyway, got to make some preparations, and this is probably what this video is more about, doing some of the early preparations and getting ready, because we're going to be, the real thing is we need to free this trailer up. We got a trailer here that needs to be freed up, and we are going to got to get this building off. So that's really the big push why that thing is getting over here, and I need it, because my wife has been on me about having a place to park her car. And we got a nice garage over here, which we plan on later this year, in 2023, to go ahead and close that in when the time is right, which will be early on in January, February. But anyway, that's another video for right now. But what we're going to do here on this J&J Backwoods shop, make those early preparations and getting this site prepared for this to be mounted down. And so I believe you're going to enjoy this, because it's not going to be anything like you might have seen before, but it's got some game plans here, and you'll understand it by and by as we get along with the project. Y'all stay with us right there. Well, I guess you see these posts right here. These are going to be the posts that we're going to put in the ground, and going to cement them in. And if you notice, we already got some hose here, and some of these posts and these hose, making sure that's coming across the camera, is where we're going to be mounting the bottom framing of this building, this 20 by 10 building down, and hopefully give it a good anchor point to when the winds, those hard Alabama winds, which winds are probably hard everywhere, but you know, we get the strong storms, the tornado stuff in this area, as most other areas do too. But hopefully it'll keep the and straight line winds keep it from blowing it to Timbuktu, this building, having to go over 2 counties and go get it and retrieve it. But hopefully that'll help us. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these out of the way. Yeah, maybe that'll work for a spike. What do y'all think? Hopefully so. All right, so again, to kind of recap, my intent is to measure off this retaining wall and come out here somewhere roughly 6 feet. Give a 6 feet clearance between it and the side of this building over here. And again, we got those metal posts that'll go in the ground. And the idea there is getting it level. And we're going to be putting, I think, somewhere roughly, I want to say we're going to put four this way. And then it'll be, of course, on the 10 foot, that's the 20 foot length. And on the 10 foot length in the back, we'll put, I guess it'd be 3. And let me count them. I think I have every one of them here. This will give me an idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that, I don't know. Well, let me step in here and say to the dumb me that's counting, here's the game plan. Now, as you can see in this drawing, there will be 9 posts cemented in the ground, spaced out evenly to support the weight of this portable carport. And by the way, this carport measures 20 by 12, not 20 by 10, as I said earlier. But again, my main goal here is getting stakes in the ground and a string run so we can know where we're going to be digging our hose. Going to get that official length again on there. So let me go ahead and do that now. Get smart here and try to clamp it. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to just go ahead and go to the 1 inch. So I might take off an inch when I get to the end. We can back up where we started off. I'm going to do the brake. I took off an inch, remember? Getting the official length on this thing. 238. So with the beam in place at exactly 241, taking off an inch, 240, 20 foot on the dot, y'all. If this tape measure is not lying to me. Well, I said it was 10 foot, but I think they were going for 12 foot here. But it's coming up short on the 12 foot. I'm reading, if you want to be exactly right, it's reading 142 7/8. Pulled tight from one end to the other, measuring from outside to outside. 142 7/8. And it probably wouldn't be a stupid thing, and I'm sure y'all would agree with this, is to measure the width from the back. 142 7/8 is what I got in front. Man, 142 7/8 on the front. This bad boy is way off to some degree. If you'll notice, it's 12 foot exactly back here in the back. Well, that's interesting. That's out quite a bit in squareness. Must have got winched or something. But it's definitely not reading. Like I said again, 142 7/8 from here to there over there. Let me check it one more time, because that was definitely 12 foot. I mean, we're 20. The 20's no doubt. Well, basically, again, back to 142 7/8. 40 was. You just say 143. This thing is an inch out from one end to the other. Well, you're definitely gonna have to configure that into your where you're digging your post at. I guess it could 3 inches here, which I mean you could drill your hose where you need to. If you made it a 12-foot all the way across from one end to the other, better consult with the old Minuteman on this one, see what he says. There's a 20-foot mark. 20-foot mark right there. What I'm going to do, try to get a 6-foot marker off this wall going down. Well, folks, I got from the wall out 6 foot. I got me 3 little marks here. I move with slowness and precision. Not as fast as the Minuteman. I guess you can call me the slow man. Hey, that's an original one. And there's the mark up to the wall, and that's your 20-foot marker roughly. Give you an idea of where the front of that building there, shed. I'll call it building shed over multiple times in this video, but you get the idea. This little portable carport, I think that's more technical name for it. This is where she'll be laying. So good deal. I've been blessed with a very soft ground right here on this property. On the first 2 feet, it's wonderful, but after that, it's an iron bar and a strong back and weak mind to get the rest of it done. I believe that'll be good enough. Getting kind of warm. You know, just a few days, 3 days, actually today's December the 28th as we film this, from Christmas. And I hope y'all had a good Christmas. I know we did. Ate too much as usual. But we have had some serious hard freezes in Alabama in the last few days. Some days it never got out of the 20s. But of course, you know, where you might be watching this, that might be a normal thing where you live at. But for some country, 110 with high humidity weather in Alabama that we're used to, the old Minuteman and me and every other Alabamian, this is some serious weather to get used to. And of course it could have had snow with it. And we do get some of that every once in a blue moon. And who's to say we won't get some before it's said and done. But with that said, it's supposed to be getting warm in the next few days. We're going to start hitting some, I believe it's high 70s, which it won't be long. We'll be able to pull the cover off the swimming pool and go right back swimming again like it had never got cold at all. But yeah, as some people say, fun times. One thing I'm realizing that I really need to, let's get a measurement on this right here. So that's exactly 2.5 right there. Here's, of course, I'm assuming it's 2.5 all the way around. And it is. So I gotta take these into consideration. These posts that's running, there's 5, well, one, I'll go ahead, you can see down through here yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That makes up the side, and the 2 in the back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got to be very mindful. I got to be very mindful of these posts down through here, because where these posts that I'm gonna cement in the ground going to fall, because naturally they can't be falling in places where in reality too probably need to fall to where we had already put some of these boats at. If you'll notice this boat here, they need to actually fall within that area, so we already have one of the boats drilled. I'm assuming that. I don't know. This is where it would be nice for the Minuteman to be here, because if I get too ahead of myself, I can see him getting all up in arms about my moves. I'm just trying to get us to the point where we'll be ahead a little bit. Not get us to a point of anywhere, but just to kind of let him know that I have been working on it, which I have done a lot already. I've cleared out on the side wall. I have kind of figured out how far away I want it from the carport, which is the 6 foot. So yeah, we're getting there with it. Well, I'm causing all kind of work for myself here. I'm gonna pull this post back up right here and get it exactly 20 foot from one end to the other, representing the post on the portable carport. Having fun with that. There's one thing for sure: if you hired me to build you a house, you might get it. You might get in it in 10 years after I get done with it. That thing I hold up right there, y'all, I'll be doing good. That's representing. Gotta get on the side to make the 6 foot from the wall. Right there would be 20 foot exactly. Does that look straight to y'all from right here? Go down there. Now go to the very. Put your finger on it. Hold it. That's pretty close to 20 foot, y'all. All right, let go of it. Now, the next feat is getting the height correct. How high right here, because here's the deal. Of course, you probably can't see it on the camera, but this ground slopes down. And as the trailer backs up, we're going to lose some height. And we got to make sure those metal posts stay low enough that when we jack this thing up, now if you'll notice this rough cut lumber that we're using right here, we're going to be putting blocks and jacking this building up right here. And when we do that, we got to make sure that when we back this trailer up right here, when we back this into that hoe, that the trailer, when it gets down in that slope right there, if you can tell in the what image I'm showing you here on the film, the ground slopes slightly. There's a drop of height, loss of height from the time you back up. Got to make 100% sure those posts stay low enough to accommodate the drop. And what it's going to do, it's going to fall up under these. And then we're going to mount those posts. There'll be four here, the 2 in the back, and 4 on here. So that's 4, 8. Well, that's 10 if I count it. Maybe there's only going to be 1 in the back. 1 in the center. Since that's just a 12 foot. This is 20 across, long, and 20, 10 wide, 12 wide. 12 wide. 20 by 12. I said 20 by 10 earlier, but I was wrong about that, as usual. I'm usually wrong about a lot of things. But what I'm trying to tell you is, we got to make sure those posts stay low and it's going to be level all the way across. We're going to measure right here, JC, to kind of get a general idea about how much this ground drops. So right here, we're measuring 17 inches. 17 inches here. Let's give us a rough idea about how much this ground drops. And now I'm measuring 22 and a half. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 5.5 inches of drop between the time it leaves, when it leaves there to here. So 5.5 inches of drop. But my next feat is this. My next feat is this, y'all. Get in a straight line. I'm gonna use some twine and a level. I got some of this. I've been sitting on this level right here, the string level, probably, and this is no lie, y'all. I've probably been sitting on that string level right here, speed line. I've probably been sitting on this, I'm gonna say 10, 12, maybe even 15 years. I've been holding on to this bad boy. And today, or some in the very near future, even maybe today, it's finally gonna get to be put to use. So there it is, speed line, and it's kind of been open a little bit already, but I don't think I've ever had them out. Well, we're gonna check it out. Put these staples on it. So what I'll do is I'll lower it where I need to and staple it again once I come up with my height that I want it to be, because that's the whole idea of the string, is to get the unified height as the ground drops, which I haven't determined that yet. So let's go ahead and do that now. This thing is shooting straight up in the air, so it's really going to be hard. What I need to do is just kind of basically get I might could even do it right here. Now I know if I measure right here, that's 20 inches. If the top of those metal plates that the Minuteman made, those metal bracings that we're gonna put in the ground, whatever you want to call it, if I stay 20 inches, surely as the trailer backs up, matter of fact, I tell you what, I'll even do better than that. We'll go with 16 inches right here instead of the 20, 16, and I'm pretty confident as it backs up, this bad boy, there's no way in the world that it's going to it's going to stay high enough that when we back up under it, that those braces, it will never hit those braces. So I would dare say we need to go back here in the back and do the 16. Now I want you to hold this tape measure. You got to hold it against it. Go ahead and remove the tape measure. Amazing. All right, finally these levels going to make their debut here. Been waiting 10, 15 years for this moment, and here they are, finally opened. All right, so right now, let's lower it down, JC. Now, you got to keep it tight as you lower it. You got to hold it tight, Jay, and lower it. All right. Of course, you can see the string, how low it is here. How much I had to down here on the bottom, I mean, I had to come right down here. That's going to be way in the ground compared to this one down here. That's how much. I mean, really, I could put my tape measure on it now, and that would definitely tell me how much drop I have between here and here. But anyway, we're kind of getting somewhere with it, y'all. Let me tell you what I've done here. The first boat comes in at 12 inches right here. I'm trying, it's gonna be hard probably, but I'm trying to get that to where it'll line up on that first boat. Keep from having to drill as many holes as we don't have to in that material, which won't be no problem. Trying to get somewhere close, because if you can see, I've got on 12 inches right there on the hole, and I got a red. So it was 14 and a half from this end here. So hopefully this will get us within the ballpark of where we need to be. Kind of get a general idea. Yeah. About 1.5 feet. About 1.4 inches. 16 inches. Yep, I guess you knew that was going to happen sooner or later. I should have did something different than that. Well, I love stringing these strings. Let me kind of see, get an idea where I'm at right now. Man, I'm pretty much on 2 foot right there. Might a little more clean out, a couple inches, and we'll have it. Well, here's the new addition, I guess you could say. Didn't get to see me dig this hole, but this is the next day, and I dug this at the end of the day. My camera battery ran dead on me, so here we are. Got to come back out here. One of the more challenging things that I'm going to have to do here is to try to figure out where the next two are going to lay. Well, folks, I guess I've determined that I'm going to do from where I'm already at, just do like a seven from this end, 7 foot, and well, let me do it like this where you can see it. Do 7 from this end, 7 from that end, from these points. That falls in kind of, looks pretty even to me, just by eye. I mean, doing the math to find exactly. But two, I got to take account of these posts where they're going to fall. So naturally, we want to put them posts where they're not going to be falling underneath these posts here. So I believe I can go with that. That looks pretty good. Hopefully the Minuteman, he'll be okay with that. So I'm gonna pull off of this and find me a 7 mark on this line, straight line. Well, I got a little smart. After breaking my string, I'm going to use this little wood stop here to move the string out of my way as I dig. Oh no, folks. I done hit some concrete or something down here. I don't know how deep I am right now. Let me go get my tape measure. Well, I mean, I'm pretty much at the 2 foot mark, but the problem is that I'm probably going to have to end up cutting the leg off of this thing here. Get us a cutting wheel on a grinder and cutting the wheel and cutting off right here somewhere, because you know that's 2 foot. That's where we kind of want to be. But unfortunately, it's concrete. I don't know how thick that is either. I'm hitting it with this iron bar. Pretty thick stuff. Now I know I ain't my septic tank. Probably that's what some of y'all thinking right now. So wait a minute, Jay, you about to bust through your septic tank. Well, I know my septic tank is not right here. It's actually over yonder. My septic tank is over here, because I already had it cleaned out. But this is something else. Must have been left over from when they were building the house. Might have brought this material in here and leveled it out and had extra concrete and decided to put it here and then put the dirt over it. Which this is the first one I've dug that's had this. But hey, we'll manage to do something here. Well, several hours has passed and dug another hole here. Right now, I'm in the process of getting these mounts, if that's what you want to call them, leveled. As you can see, and I've already broke this string a 3rd time, and I'm had to string it back out again. I'm not learning my lesson here. But anyway, what I'm doing is I measured 70 inches from the wall back over here to this. From this point to this point, 70. And I've done the same thing over here. So that'll give me the exact same distance both way, from the wall to these mounts that'll be on the portable carport. And now it's 2. I'm plumbing it up right here on the side. And if you'll see, I got pieces of wood here, kind of holding it. And I've been to the hardware store, our local hardware store here, and I've dropped the big dollar. I say the big dollar. I had to end up buying me a new wheelbarrow because I didn't even have one. But at least I got a couple free bags of concrete mix here, of this Quickcrete. Luckily me, because I bought 5 and got a couple busted ones, I believe it is. And then I bought this 2x4, 8 foot long. I'm going to rip it down and use it for some more to string off on. That's the only thing. That came off of a 5/4 board. Wish I had some more of that left. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and set these, go ahead and cement them in so we can have something that is a place to measure off of and for it to be that much closer getting this project done. Anyway, I've been by myself. You've never seen a video like this, have you? That must have busted during that icy stuff. That must have busted. Apparently I didn't have that drained and it busted. More concrete I need, I believe, but how's that looking, Uncle Bobby? I know you're looking and studying it. $70. And here's another hole I'm going to put the remaining concrete in that I've already got prepared. Of course, I'll have to mix up some more here in a little bit. Can't waste this stuff. Pretty expensive. Make sure it didn't move. 70. Good deal. this is taking a lot more concrete than I realized. Of course, I don't pour concrete often, so I don't know the calculation. Well, been a lot of work going on in the last few days, and or a couple of days, this past 2 days, and it don't look like much has happened. But I'm one of these guys that I measure 10 times and cut once. I'm learning the hard way. If I try to move too fast through a project like this, I'll be in what you call ultimate reverse. Now, you've heard us talk about reverse in videos before with the old Minute Man when we got ahead of ourselves. Well, if I just did like a fast dig and cement, yeah, I'd be in trouble. So, yeah, it's taking some serious effort on my part to do some concentrating, because I don't have a high education. Just an old country boy, as you can see with the overalls. I don't know if overalls make you a country boy, but they're definitely, well, it makes me one. So, with that said, we're gonna end this video right here, but we're going to be getting back on it. Part 2's coming real quick. These should set up tomorrow, and I have a good place to measure from for the other side. Until I got to deal with this one hole that's already got concrete in the bottom. So we're going to figure something out on it. But anyway, we appreciate y'all watching, and just stay tuned. There'll be another one here in the next week or so. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like this video, press the like button. And you can see some more OJ solo in it. Talk to you later. Bye.